Hi guys, welcome. I've been feeling it building inside me. I needed to do a video. I'm sorry it's been a while. I'm off on my travels, living in the van, and yeah, it's going all right. You know, going all right. It's much harder living in a van than a house, but it's good. Like again to explore. So um yeah, so it's just thrown everything off with recording videos. Like I had a little studio set up before. Now I'm on like a little laptop. But I just want to run you through what I've been getting up to on the road to 2000. So I've actually only played 2 games since my last video a few weeks ago. 2chess.com games. I've played a few on Lichess. Don't worry, guys. I'm still thinking about chess, and I'm actually teaching quite a bit, like twice a week now. Teaching group sessions with the club I mentioned in the previous video, and I'm also teaching one-on-one. I was teaching this 82-year-old yesterday, so that was enjoyable. So yeah, let's get into these last 2 games I played. Bit of variation. One was a absolutely disgusting game I played, and one was pretty nice. So this first one, I think, was the nice one. So we just get a standard opening. I come out Ruy Lopez sort of position. I've been moving a lot more to these lines in the Ruy Lopez, even bringing the queen here to support the pawn. To support this pawn on e4, and then pushing this pawn here in the center. That's what I go for. I've been taking this knight a lot, trying to sort of destabilize the center. Black often opting to try and set up checkmate threats in these lines, but obviously with the pawn there, that's not an option. So now it's can I take that pawn? I think I can. I do it, and I just slide back, very casual. Notice anything, guys? There's a cheeky something lurking in the position for white. If it's white's move again, spot the move. We have a central pawn fork, and that's a very quick win, guys, because my opponent takes. What do I take back with here? Yeah, if you take back with the queen, you're no longer pinning to the king, and you're no longer protecting the pawn. So yeah, you take with a pawn there, damaging the structure, but it is worth it. We are picking up here the bishop or the knight. Very happy with check as well, which is just a little sweetener. All right, so this is where it got dirty, guys. I played this was today. I played a really horrible game. I made some really bad blunders, but managed to come out with a win, and we're hitting 1827 nowadays. So I guess 1900's the next milestone, but. Sounds a bit nuts saying I'm going to hit 1900, but we're trying. So this is a common theme, when they push the edge of the board pawn, we push our edge of the board pawn, or as the professionals call it, the H pawn. They come out with the knight, just developing. In the Caro-Kann, you pretty much always just take this. Engine actually says don't. Engine says just pin the knight instead. So that's a little nuance I've learnt. So I've just been teaching like an hour ago, guys, so my voice is going. Yeah. There, because the pawn is up and the pawn can't kick the bishop, so it's just a nice, stable pin. Okay, but I take. And then I just stabilize the structure, ready to fight for this square. Push that pawn, very standard Caro-Kann. And take in the center. Now, I'm now going after this pawn, and that's a very common plan in the Caro. Try and put all our pressure on this pawn. Not bishop going there, but bishop often ends up on that square. So they find this tactic here, which they take the pawn. Now, I had a move here. Spot the move, guys. Pause the video for a second. Try to spot the move. I considered it, but I didn't have the balls to actually play this move. And it is knight takes is what the engine wants me to play. I just played like the more simple move, I thought, which was takes, and I can capture there or capture here. I decided to capture this knight because I noticed there's this fork at the end. If If queen captures on this side of the board, there is a fork of king and rook here. But yeah, I should have gone like that, and then the engine says they play here, and I've just grabbed the pawn back. I'd probably just retreat the knight, and it sort of stabilizes there. But as it was played in the game, I took this knight here in the center, preventing the fork. They come out, hit my queen. Spot the move, guys, because I didn't. I did not spot this move. I obviously blocked the attack, because my queen was under attack. Just absolutely nuts. This bishop, you probably noticed, this bishop's hanging. I didn't take the hanging piece. I instead developed a piece. And we know developing's good, but it's not that good. But anyway, apart from that, I sort of come out with the queen, and I'm trying to defend this square, maybe line up with their king. At this point, the guy was putting in the chat, "Oh, I just hung my bishop and you didn't notice it." And I thought, I'm not going to even look back, because I thought he might be trying to distract me, and there's no point looking back in the game and wasting my time. So I just pretended it didn't happen, you know. So he comes in, grabs a pawn. Not sure how good it is, because I don't know. You often get compensation when they grab that pawn. You can often just win the other pawn and get your rook out and start attacking. If I play a bad move here, I think the engine likes just bringing the other rook, taking full control of these like semi-open files. I went here with a similar reason though, to like block off that square. I guess it's okay. And then I come up with a rook. I wanted this rook here to start attacking. So they come out, pin the knight. It's starting to look a little bit double-edged, this position, guys, if I'm honest. So, you know, if he starts, you know, putting pressure on this knight, you know, it's looking nasty. What do we do, though? When we see a pinned piece, we attack it. We undermine that. So I go for that. And they offer a queen trade here. And I played a really bad move. This was a blunder. This is a blunder because they just get this check. And it's quite nasty. So I come up. This is just what the engine's saying. So that, yeah, they come in, and I think they just win that knight. I looked at this line before. So trade rooks, and then after they just come in with the queen, and it's not nice. Not nice at all. But luckily, I played here, and I thought this was a nice move. If we ignore that, you know, whole tactic thing with the check, I thought this was a nice move because it defended the knight, maybe pressure here, and tag team with the rook. That was my thinking, and I've still got this alignment issue. And my opponent, yeah, if you ever feel bad, guys, for not seeing a tactic, you're maybe like 1500, 1000. This guy is 1700 and just not seeing that pawn is pinned. And that's I probably didn't deserve that win, guys, but we take them all equally. And my opponent resigned at this point and said some obscenities in the chat. I felt a bit bad. He was clearly meant a lot to him. So there's your update, guys. I've had a few comments saying where are you and stuff like that. So here I am. Yeah, apologies again. I've not been posting much. I've got internet now. I didn't have internet for the last few weeks. Got it a few days ago. So hopefully I'll get back to a semi-regular posting. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, cheers, guys. Have a good week.